The day of the hairy freak or the fat slob is practically gone.
Let the party begin. I've got snacks.
Hey, look at us. Did it again. Another 7 days round the sun. Unless you were here for Off the Grid last night, it's just like 23 hours. This is WCW Deep Cuts Live. My name is Tom for the 163rd week in a row. Let me tickle my name. All right. And this is WCW Deep Cuts Live, where every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, we gather to watch the forgotten quote-unquote television classics, World Championship Wrestling in the 1990s. Hello, everyone. Kick my desk in the Erotic Eric Fontaine Fan Club, a.k.a. Cat. Pointing. All great. Now, there's not a lot of overlap between the chat, the Erotic Eric Fontaine Fan Club, and the Weirdo Empire. And I'd like to thank all of you in the Weirdo Empire, aka my YouTube members, for not just being good eyeball soldiers, but also giving me dollars. Dollar balls to support the channel. Appreciate you all, especially our newest member, Juan621, who told me in a YouTube comment that he met Ricky Morton this weekend. Rock, 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 baby. So I'm glad to have you, Jawan, and everyone else. Turn up my voice a little bit. Yes, if you did not see it, last night's Off the Grid is on YouTube in full. Except, as predicted, I did have to edit out that Tom Petty song. So, but the rest of it's there. It is one of the most unhinged professional wrestling TV shows I've ever seen. And if you look in the comments, someone involved in producing the show did leave a comment. The Hammer was the leader of that whole gang. Apparently died a couple years ago. And he was described, I think the term we used was like one of the most beloved members of the Chicago wrestling community, which I thought was strange. But hey, the guy was really nice. I'm not going to pick a fight with him. I'm not going to do that. But hey, if you join the Discord, I'll pick a fight with you. tinyurl.com/Discord for Tom Green. Go there and pick a fight with. Don't pick a fight with somebody. Actually, that was a bad joke. I don't want you to pick a fight with anybody because it's chill, good vibes. Chill, good vibes. But normally, if something happens on a stream and then something happens afterwards, as like aftermath, it gets posted in the Discord. Like I did with last night, when I had someone on Upscrolled offered to be my sugar daddy during the stream. And I told him if I wanted proof that he was real, so I told him to pop up in the chat. He never did. So I posted the aftermath in the Discord for all the Discord members. Also, let's see. Okay, this was not Thursday night. This is on YouTube now. Let me edit the graphic live. Edit the graphic now on YouTube. The VOD of my appearance on the Pro Wrestling Potluck with Scotland Green is now on YouTube. We went almost an hour. Got some inside baseball talk about my streams, about my shorts, and about some gimmicks that y'all came up with for the Gimmick Gauntlet. Check out Scotland Thursdays at 9 on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Mr. Greenmist. Go check me out there. Also, I'm on Cameo. I did a cameo yesterday where I got to insult someone's nephew for being an Undertaker fan. And so I sent them a 9-minute video giving them shit. So, anyway, we're 4 minutes into this thing. We haven't watched a second of wrestling. What the fuck are we doing? Also, hey, shout out to Refs' Wizards. And shout out to Ryan K. Lamb for upping them Prime subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Appreciate you whole bunches. Yeah, let's get into this. We got WCW Pro. The first 2 episodes from the Pro's big return in March '94. So we'll get to see how they started off hot. Hats. Let's go. Also, it was somebody's. There was some ladies' punk nephew.
Too Cold Scorpio and Marcus Bagwell, swinging Jungle Jim Steele.
I remember her name was like Hardcore Aunt Mary. Was the person who left the request.
Next on the all-new WCW Pro Wrestling.
Well, hi everybody. It's Saturday morning. And welcome to WCW
Hey, Yankee Hawk.
a brand new edition.
Love Dusty reacting to the chroma screen.
Larry Zbyszko to my right is
Larry Zbyszko with the Three Stooges tie. Height of fashion.
Lord Steven Regal.
Well, God, so there's a new morning out there, you know, from the world, from the East Coast to the West Coast. People on the West Coast, don't go to bed yet, you know what I'm talking about. Just get me in from Hollywood.
No worries. Most people would assume that somebody reaching out for a cameo for their nephew from me would probably be a dude. My demos unfortunately run very male. But somebody pressed the cheers button when Dusty went like that. Great stuff. But yeah, shockingly, it was Aunt Mary.
WCW Saturday night. The match between Ricky the Dragon and Stunning Steve Austin. His future depends on it. Right now, though.
Depends on
Let's
it.
go to the ring with Jungle Jim Steele.
Gordon's looking really awake. Normally he is literally dead. Jungle Jim Steele, who I never noticed this till now, running like he's got a turd in his butt. He needs to go to the restroom to wrestle Rip Rogers. Real creep. Real creepy dude.
Well, I think Rip Rogers better stick to wrestling. I mean, standing toe-to-toe with this guy. Rip Rogers giving away a lot of power, a lot of size, a lot of leverage. So we'll see what the
Jungle Jim running like if the Ultimate Warrior did not know how to run. Yes.
That's the right approach right here, because this man is a lot stronger.
Zach.
Well, I'll tell you what, for me, I would not want to be in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood right now.
That was a good pun, Gordon. Shout out to Gordon's pun. Great pun play by Gordon Solway. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Yeah, I did. Rip's a sad guy. A sad old man.
I thought he was here because they cut all the jungles down and he had nowhere to live.
Rip is, I think, okay, so Rip is still alive. I'm not sure if his body is aware of it. Yeah, Rip looks too clean here. The whole Rip Rogers thing doesn't work if he doesn't have the beard.
I'll tell you what, Larry, reminds me a little bit,
Yeah, that's what I've always heard, is Gordon Soley was like great in the 70s. And then the 80s came and he's like, okay, I did my good stuff. Now I could drink all day.
He's going toe-to-toe with a big, strong, athletic guy, and that just doesn't compute in physics.
72. Not a day too young.
Hammering blows here by Jungle Jim Steele. Now has Rogers those crossed a couple of times, and now Jungle
Get it? He's from the jungle. Monkey flip.
Backflip puts him in the center of the ring. And Jungle Jim is very definitely in charge.
Yes, Seymour, Indiana. We don't claim him.
Great lick. The man is down right here, and I believe that this match does not linger longer than it is right now.
Irish whip off the ropes. High flying.
Thez press. Somebody needs to bring back just the Thez press. No punches. I'm a big proponent of the Thez press. Dusty's doing my bit.
All right, gentlemen, let's take another
Damn
look
it.
here at Jungle
Damn
Jim
Dusty.
Steele, quite an impressive
Whoa.
Watch him as he gives his man an Irish whip coming off the ropes, comes flying toward him.
Yeah, oh, he must. Yeah, I bet you he motherfucked
Vertical press by
Renegade
Jungle Jim Steele.
so much to the boys
2-1 Rip Rogers.
in all
More
Japan.
action coming up after
I
the
believe
break.
this is Gainesville, where this was recorded. All right, up next, Texas Shanghai, my guys. Shout out to my Instagram friend, Dennis Knight. We are friends on Instagram. We've sent each other some messages. I apparently have an open invite to his restaurant in Florida if I'm ever to get down there.
Taste the sound. You can hear it.
Dennis Knight rules. Oh, I'm sure I'll eventually do the Why Dennis Knight Rules video. Make sure that meal really is free. I'm kidding.
It's a whole new ball game with 11 hot insert sets seated 1 per pack. Gold foil stamping, UV coating.
I forget the town. It's like near Tampa, I think. Yes, aka Midian, aka Naked Midian, aka then I guess Godwin, aka Ron Slinker's son. So yeah, if the Elvis Costello up front did not tip you off, we do have commercials tonight. He's like a fancy chef. One of those like Gordon Ramsay types. Like I've heard he's like a really good, like a legitimately really good chef. Well, the problem with Southern Justice is it was Vince McMahon booking it, and they had Southern in the name, and it wasn't a gimmick where they were fucking their cousins, so they didn't have a chance. I want to see, Coolman23 brought up Jungle Jim Steel used to be known as Love Machine X. I want to see Conan 2000. Conan 2000 against Love Machine X.
Sergeant Frank Drebin, Detective Lieutenant Police Squad.
Yeah, and I'm Robert De Niro.
Mr. De Niro, we've got to get inside.
It's action-packed.
I know what I'm doing.
It's a shame Leslie Nelson never... He did the one SummerSlam, but he didn't do more wrestling.
Leslie Nielsen.
We're so insensitive.
Yeah, Crush leaving after the Montreal Screwjob in late 97, early 98 really fucked over Undertaker's cousins.
Starts Friday, March 18th.
It's like, what do you do with those guys? Like Brian Lee had yet to get all jacked and handsome and shit like he did in TNA.
Don't think it can't happen to you.
You talking to me?
Teenagers do get cavities.
No chance you mixed up the x-rays, huh?
Since it was introduced, Crest with Floristat has prevented more cavities than any other.
Smelly ass breath wrestling fans.
Dentists recommend it most.
Great checkup.
Excellent.
Cool.
Go me. Go me.
See ya.
Crest,
Gomez.
a smart choice is the dentist's choice.
You work harder, you get better, right? But working to condition my perm made it flatter.
There you go, Brian.
Then I found this
Sexy gymnast. And you can tell Marla that you're just watching gymnastics.
Conditioner after you shampoo can flatten your perm.
She's a big fan of the
It's
gymnastics.
better. It leaves hair fuller. It cleans gently, then conditions just where you need it. So your hair is fuller and soft too.
Pert Plus for permed and color-treated hair. Fuller hair, no fuss.
All right, gang, welcome back to more exciting World Championship Wrestling action. My guest at this time is a big one, no doubt about it. You've seen him in action many, many times. He is the Equalizer. I understand you got something coming up, Equalizer, you'd like to
Okay, it's in Clearwater. I was close with the Tampa con. Yeah, Dennis Knight. Check out his restaurant in Clearwater.
And he's nastier than you.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Whoa, nastier than the Nasty Boys?
How much bigger than you could he be?
I remember he's 4 inches bigger than me. He's that big. He's got a great
4 inches. Exactly 4 inches bigger.
The boy used to hit me with him. Oh, I still feel the knots on my head.
What do you mean?
Right back there. There's one right there. Ooh.
If you don't know who he's talking about, we'll see who he's talking about in the next episode.
Oh, and that hurts too. Yeah. And he's coming, Nasty Boys. Night, Saturday, WCW. Yeah.
He's dyslexic, so he talks backwards, you see.
Your big brother is going to be showing up tonight on WCW Saturday night. Is that what you mean?
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
I wish there was a very special episode of WCW Saturday Night where they discover that Dave Sullivan's dyslexic and like Sting comes up with a curriculum to help him learn how to read.
Yes, let's get you to the ring.
Bobby Walker, Chris Sullivan taking on Tex Slazenger and
Bobby Walker in the ring. Tex in Shanghai. Great entrance song. Yeah, DDP's in the locker room like stolen valor. Fuck you. Thank you, Bravo. Happy Tommy Tuesday to you.
Combined weight of 479 pounds. The team of Bobby Walker and Chris Sullivan.
Yeah, baby.
The words from our ring announcer introducing Bobby Walker and Chris Sullivan.
That is Bobby Walker. That's not Robbie Walker,
Tag team match.
who is not also the third Bobby Walker. This is hard work Bobby Walker. Great head of hair on Chris Sullivan. Hey, Matt Foster. So Dennis Knight, not Dennis Knight, fucking Mark Canterbury wore the mask. He had just lost to Johnny B. Bad recently. Oh, that was iffy. The famous Chris Sullivan arm drag. Yeah, Chris Sullivan had to change his name after Kevin Sullivan came into WCW. Yeah, Shanghai just lost the hood.
Here's Bobby Walker. Let me keep my eyeball on him.
I'll tell you what, he's got a lot.
Let me keep my eyeball on him. Let's see if he can walk the ropes.
Maybe he's about 6, 7, 8, 9 months away from really getting.
Holy shit, Lamai Straw! At a 1994 US TV match from Bobby Walker. Wow. Not a great one, but still.
Well, again, he's got the right idea here, too. Take the big men down, try to keep your weight over them. Of course, that's a lot easier said than done.
I hope he did. I hope that's how a lot of these guys got here. It was just when the stars were done, they handed him down. Yeah, Shanghai lost the mask to Johnny B. Bad.
He's in the wrong spot here. I'm telling you, he needs to get out of there right there. Great tag teams know where their corners are, know where their partners are, and know what to do at the right time.
Ooh, rough body slam. Yee.
The overzealous youth of Robbie Walker hit a beautiful move, but didn't know his ring positioning, and it cost him.
Walker takes a knee to the prefrontal over the head, and that's rocked him around.
Muscle Palace, thank you so much for the follow. This is not a clavicular type situation. I do not have shoulder pads. I do not mew. Don't do that. So hopefully I can satisfy your needs, Muscle Palace.
Our partner's corner, you're going to have a problem like that, especially with two real big bad boys from Texas, like Texas Shanghai. Here you go. That's a good.
How annoying must it be to be in the corner during a tag match where you got a bull rope hanging there and the bells just clanging? It is. I love Gordon and Dusty together because Gordon's like halfway alive, and Dusty is alive enough for 4 people. Reverse DDT. And yes, the center stage is his favorite team, Texan Shanghai. Yeah, it's weird after last night we're actually getting to watch a match from beginning to end. I kind of, yeah, like, Mark Mero just sold all of his wrestling stuff recently. Hell yeah, Colette. Glad you're here. Alright. I was hoping it was a YouTube commenter under, like, a Stephen Dane video. But Colette, you are the second best option. Glad to have you. Clang, 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 baby. With that bell. Wrestling needs more of these guys. Give me a big 6'7" ugly fella, black mullet, missing teeth.
Look for all the incredible action. It lives on Jurassic Park.
The Murine earwax removal system has drops that safely loosen.
Hell yeah, I always love watching earwax get sucked out of an ear. I'm a big fan of those YouTube videos. Nathan with a Y. Check out Cheap Heat Spot Fest on all the video apps. You are sick. Sure, big tall drink of water, my friend.
In the Spring Stampede Control Center. Here to tell you about yet another sensational WCW.
Okay, this is Mean Gene's imaginary room.
This one originates from the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago. Mark down the date of
They really should have done a segment on the final episode of Nitro where we find out that this is all in Gene's imagination. He's just been sitting in his basement, putting together like Lego statues.
Apparently, the boss served as a threat to Vader and his manager, Harley Race, because they turned on the former corrections officer, from Cobb County, Georgia.
Good.
What happened in that match between Flair and Vader is history. However, the feud that was initiated during Super Brawl between Vader and the Boss has only just begun.
Great match, by the way, is
now signed for spring
Boss
Stampede.
against
It's the former WCW
old
heavyweight
Big
champ,
Van.
the incredible 452-pound Vader in a grudge match against the man who's ready to carry out his own brand of
Hell yes, that's a good inspiration to
And
have.
as everybody knows,
Great
the
inspiration to
WCW
have.
heavyweight champ, the Nature Boy Ric
Oh,
Flair,
Mean
is gonna be
Gene.
facing the winner of the match this weekend
Oh, Cobb
between
County's
Ricky
are boss
Steamboat
men.
and United States heavyweight champion Stunning Steve Austin.
I stayed in Cobb
Right now,
County
let's hear
years
from the man
ago on a
who's gonna be
family
defending his
vacation.
title in Chicago
Not a
April
fun
17th.
place. Don't like Cobb
You know,
County.
I've been watching WCW Saturday night to see just
What about
who
Pro?
wins
Are you watching
the
Pro
shot at the world
right now
champion
with
at
us?
Spring Stampede. My buddy Ricky Steamboat. Steamboat, I'm pulling for you. Or Stunning Steve Austin, the United States heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, doesn't make any difference to Ric Flair. Look
I think
for a
they'd
great match.
come out wearing the Bandito masks, Rev Ray. I do not think they'd wrestle in them.
Heavyweight wrestling.
But I also think that guys like that would end up doing power slap and not wrestling.
As a reminder, we'll have the principals in that main event match here at the Control Center next week. Plus, I've just been informed that one of the greatest wrestling talents from the Far East will be present in Chicago.
Ooh.
Japan's the Greek Buddha
Onita?
has been signed. Remember the date, Sunday, April the 17th in
it's
Chicago
Muda.
at the Rosemont
Trying to be
Horizon.
a
Exclusively
wacky,
on
silly guy.
pay-per-view, the first ever Spring Stampede.
None of them said respect the law and order. I was surprised, man.
I'm going to be talking about a very
A lot of signs advertising Hardee's. And Spring Stampede is a great pay-per-view. Make the appropriate phone call here.
99 cents a minute, kids. Please get your parents' permission. Next week, right here, more news and new matches for WCW Spring Stampede.
It would. 94 Onita, him and Cactus against the Nasties would maybe be the only way you could upgrade that series of matches.
You're serious?
I could be. How big is your TV?
Oh, Goldfinger.
God, I miss the days where this type of money was spent on commercials for rerun marathons on cable. I think the Nasties would have done some really stupid, parentheses, positive things in an explosion
Twix
match.
gives you chewy caramel.
Agreed,
Twice.
Colette,
Milk
yes.
chocolate. Twice. And that cookie crunch. Twice. You get one great snack.
Like, I think an extended Nasties, like, all Japan run in this era would have been incredible.
It's hard to fill her daddy's shoes. It's even harder.
Get
to
that
fill
child
his.
out of the sweater.
He's a big man, and when he gets hungry, he wants something to warm him up and fill him up. Campbell's Chunky Soup.
All right, DMP. We'll see you here in a bit.
With big pieces of meat and vegetables and a rich, hearty broth.
Brian, I'm sorry to give you Spike TV PTSD. Oh my goodness, taking Kawada to Pity City. Then Kawada gets revenge with the kicks. Oh, that is art. They say wrestling. All these people, oh, wrestling is art. And it's like people in crab costumes dancing around. No, wrestling being art is when Kawada gets an armpit to the face and then he,
When your dentist
charges
cleans
up
your
and
teeth,
kicks a
he
dude.
uses special instruments that get between them.
That's
What
art.
toothbrush would your dentist prefer to use? Well, in a recent nationwide test, dentists tried a
These
leading
ad
toothbrush
execs.
and Crest Complete. The brush more
Like we always talk about, the lowest opinions of wrestling
A Crest
fans.
Complete is shaped like your teeth, so it reaches far between them. Now, shouldn't you choose Crest Complete? Of course
Don't
you should.
pressure me.
And it's now available in designer black.
Ooh, sleek.
I shampoo for dandruff, but my scalp still itches.
Now there's Scalpicin for
Dude,
deep
I
scalp itch,
think
not
you're on
ordinary
coke.
dandruff. It's clear liquid,
That's not a shampoo problem.
With itch medicine doctors chose over these dandruff shampoo formulas.
The itch is gone.
Oh, I miss
Scalpicin.
companies talking shit about other companies in commercials too. Yes, exactly, Brian. None of these feminine toothbrushes. We need black toothbrushes for guys. God, I hate this commercial. And we watch it at least like once every 3 weeks. This specific commercial on these streams.
Welcome back to WCW Pro Wrestling here on TBS on a Saturday morning. And our thanks to Mean Gene Oakland. Some interesting comments from Ric Flair, does.
Well, this is a big night. I'm telling you, WCW Saturday
Did
night.
Gordon almost forget Ric Flair's name?
The man that wants to be champion. Rick of the Dragon Steamboat, Larry. You know, one time put that gold around his waist tonight. Ric Flair stands in the wings and watches the outcome on WCW.
Love the canned audio.
The winner meets Flair.
It sounds like 100 people setting off those fake nuts cans with the snakes that pop out all at the same time.
Man, nationwide pressure on both of these guys. A match so close. We're going to have to look at this scientifically, Dust. Watch. Stunning Steve.
Consensus of opinion here, and we'll also
coin
be
flip.
hearing from Hogan tonight.
Hell
That's
yes,
right.
great
Mean Gene
tie.
Oakland has
Great
promised
choice in
that. Right now,
fashion,
though, it's time for
Colette.
tag team action. Let's go back to the squared circle and watch Marcus Alexander Bagwell and Two Cold Scorpio.
Did he call him Barfus? Barfus Alexander Bagwell? I think Scorpio's entrance song is the perfect wrestling entrance song. Get you hyped. What, did Teddy fall down? Or did he drop a quarter? No, Scorpio's song starts with everybody, here comes Too Cold Scorpio. It lets everyone know who's coming out. Gets everyone in a hyped mood. You start dancing. Like, perfect music. Fighting creamsicles. Scorpio.
Right on. Check out Tony Schiavone. And
Always love two bros who have choreographed dances. The Cuban connection. Get it? They're both from Cuba. Actually, I think neither is from Cuba. Ricky Santana is from Puerto Rico, I do believe. We need to bring that back. I know there are photographers that do it like for like posed wrestler shots, but we need fans bringing back Polaroid machines.
Well, you know, fools rush in where wise men fear to tread. I'm wondering if the Cuban...
Yeah, that was the wrestling point of view, Zach. That's the wrestling POVs. Hey, you're both tan. You can be Cuban.
At that point in time, I know you took a lot of time. You analyzed your opponent. I was one that wanted to get right to the fight. And nowadays, you see a lot of standing around and a lot of
Jacob Wyzecki in the crowd.
Strategy or whatever it is, it makes a difference. Because I'm gonna tell you what, this guy.
Again, we were all here together. I think it was last year on Deep Cuts Live when it was revealed. I forget who dug it up. Someone went through a bunch of like 9/11 government documents and discovered that the guys who flew the plane into the World Trade Center were hanging out at Fidel Sierra's bar in Florida like a day or two before they did the deed. 6 weeks from now, one of these Cubans will be Turkish. Beautiful. Yes, they were the Barrio brothers. Or Los Especialistas when they wore masks. Or Fidel Sierra was also Cuba's Top Gun. Or just Dave Sierra in a mask, as he once wrestled in WCW Pro at Universal Studios.
Hey, all the makings here of a great matchup. You know, Bagwell, Scorpio, very complimentary tag team. Bagwell good in the match, Scorpio good in the air. But I've been really impressed.
Nick Patrick is always a rope pervert.
Yeah, he's a little on the downside right now. But, you know, I want to make a little comment real quick about that thing with Flair and Steamboat tonight. You know, Flair is waiting on the winner of the Austin-Steamboat match. You know, Austin is a young lion in this thing tonight on WCW Saturday night. But believe me, Steamboat's got some up his sleeve because you know yourself, legend. Old age and treachery always over.
Yeah, we don't like Nick Patrick around these parts.
It's hard to beat wisdom and knowledge, and I don't care what you do.
Yes, we need that. I also need to ask the dude from CCW that commented on the video from last night about the identity of Clyde. If you missed Off the Grid last night, we discovered a wrestler named Clyde, who is like just a dude named Clyde that wears like a Rorschach mask. He doesn't wrestle, he just... Oh my gosh! What? Holy crap! I did not expect a dive sequence in a 1994 squash match. Wowzers. Yes, and the incel gangster, his name's like Crusher Tim or something.
Human connection outside the ring.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Larry. One thing about these two guys is
I'd be excited if I were these guys. That was sick. Hell yeah, Nathan. Thank you, thank you.
dominating. And when you're in there with these two guys, you've got to be able to...
Loving Ricky Santana's braided ponytail. Great, great hair.
All right, back in the ring once again. They're squaring off. David Steer now knee into the midsection. Marcus Alexander Bagwell unprepared for that one.
Oh!
Scorpio more than somewhat upset.
I'll send a message. See if we get a Marcus Bagwell tag team compilation in the vault. Agreed, Colette. All the Bagwell tag teams were really good. Vicious and Delicious is probably my favorite. But like Stars and Stripes was good. Bagwell and Scorpio was great. Oh my gosh, Ricky Santana trying to get a job here. Wow.
Broken up by Too Cold Scorpio. So Santana was just proving to Scorpio that he's not the only man who can fly off that top rope.
Like Bagwell was a really good tag wrestler for years.
Throwing away the rule book here, just a series of hard right hands. High backdrop by
American Males was a hell of a babyface team. They were like the Blue Bloods. They just didn't have a lot of great opponents to work with. Oh, I know. Yes, I know that you love Buff Bagwell.
They know what they're doing right now. They got Too Cold in a bad way. They need to keep tagging, need to keep him over that corner like we talked about, and take a victory home.
That was sick. I love that. I love a good flip around. See, that's the thing is, I think Marcus Bagwell, kind of a dull character, but he was good at being the other guy on a team. And then him and Norton, he became the character in the team. And Norton was big muscle other guy. But they worked perfectly. Mucus Bagwell. Oh, Missy. Yeah, I love sometimes Scorpio in these tag matches with Bagwell would just be like, let's see how far I can jump. He wouldn't think about anything else other than, that guy is 3/4 of the way across the ring, I think I can get him. And he would always get him.
That was you and Gagne, wasn't it? Well, it was you and Dick. Yeah, it might have been.
All right, gentlemen, enough of the history lesson. Let's take another look at this situation right now. Beautiful double lariat by Too Cold Scorpio. And you got all four of them in there.
Yeah, I can't endorse Buff as a dude.
Play a high bridge, hooks that near leg on the left side, a reverse hook. Scores an effective pinfall. Too Cold and Marcus are the victors. Let's go to our compatriot, Mean Gene Overlook. All right, ladies.
Like I've talked about on here before, I watched that DDP reality show about him helping people lose weight. Bagwell was on there. He was the heel. He's a pretty good heel. Pretty good reality show heel. Eric Watts, dressed like my mom. Eric Watts was in WCW until like September '94.
These fans agree with me. The biggest honor, the one bestowed upon you last week by the fan.
Yes, sir. You know, you're
the
right.
fan, singular?
In your lifetime, when you play sports as long as I have, you're going to win trophies. You're going to win plaques. You're going to win awards.
Really humble.
Matter of fact, in Louisville, when I won the Fiesta Bowl, it was the biggest time of my life. I wear this ring with pride.
Agreed, Reverie, yes.
And what the fans gave to me meant more than all my awards. The fans gave an award to me, and this means more than anything in my life.
They gave him an award for being the most Eric Watts wrestler.
What are you talking about, Eric? What's gone?
The award the fans gave me is gone, Gene.
That trophy is gone?
Yes, sir.
What, you didn't mislay it, did you?
Eric Watts is a cabinet of participation trophies.
There's no way I can misplace this. It's gone.
Are you intimating that it's been lifted or stolen?
I don't want to make any accusations. I just want to say the award is gone.
I don't think that's the word you were looking to say, Eric. Acquisitions.
Well, please keep us surprised at that. I thank you very much, Eric Watts. Stay
Yeah,
tuned.
Gene and Gordon were both in WCW together for like almost 2 years. I think that's the heel excuse that comes up when like they start asking heels what happened to Eric Watts' trophy. I think they say he's stupid, he just lost it.
Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery Butterfinger.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
As your engine revs higher, the oil inside
The Castrol GTX, the motor oil you can buy at a grocery store.
parts separated. But as your oil's viscosity breaks down, so can the wedge. That's why Castrol GTX provides maximum protection against viscosity and thermal breakdown.
Didn't we watch that guy last night, Max Viscosity?
What's next?
I don't think they did. I think it was supposed to be like a Rookie of the Year thing. Which is weird because Marcus Bagwell was the Rookie of the
If it
Year.
won't come clean with Super Clean, it won't come clean.
Yeah, could you imagine that blow off if it ended up being Chad Fortune like 2 years later?
Biker mice on battle
He
bikes
stole the
with
trophy.
firepower to stop the evil Plutarchians.
As you should, Janky Hawk. Max Density.
Cycle with a blazing back wheel of power.
Yes, I was trying to make it haha.
And the blazing cycle goes the distance. Blaze on, bros.
It's a shame these toys don't exist anymore.
Biker mice from Mars Blazing Cycle. Additional figures and bikes each sold separately. Batteries not included. New from Galoob.
No little.
Yeah, I think Bagwell was Rookie of the Year every year until like 98. Nothing to protect her engine from distrucity. Exactly, Jonathan. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. There's new Biker Mice toys? Hell yes. I just meant like the wind-up car toys. I got something in my eye.
For 94 Flair Baseball, it's a whole
I think I've said it on here before. I was a stupid kid who thought that this is what you used baseball cards for. I would just like pretend to play baseball with my baseball cards.
Seated one card per pack. And we're bringing home extra excitement with the all-rookie team exchange card. It's one unbelievable card set. 1994 Flair Baseball. A game in every
Because I was like, who would just have pictures of cars?
In the May WCW magazine.
Sprayberry High School. Famous high school.
Find out
Very
who wants
famous
Ric
high school.
Flair's belt. And Too Cold Scorpio and Marcus Bagwell get the third degree.
Didn't Xavier Woods go to Sprayberry?
WCW magazine. Get your copy now. Available on newsstands everywhere.
Not everywhere. I could never find it after like 93.
Hey, gang, have you heard the latest?
Hey, gang.
Hey, humanoids, wake up.
It's the Brain on the hotline.
And I've got it all right here.
Call the biggest names in wrestling on the WCW hotline.
See, there should have just been a function on the hotline where Bobby Heenan read the Wrestling Observer to you. I think that'd be fun.
Call right now, the WCW hotline, 1-900-909-99.
Cracking wise about
99 cents per minute. Kids get
like
parents' permission to call. Charges will
whatever
appear on
MMA looked like in 1994.
World of flat chips. What do you call crunchy baked?
Oh yeah, combos, but only the cheddar cheese ones.
Role models. See why combos taste better?
Well, it's time now for a WCW Pro flashback. Here.
Flashback,
I'll tell you
baby.
what, we've got a great one upcoming. It took place in Super Brawl 3. Cactus Jack again.
Also, like,
Paul Orndorff
a year
balls
ago.
counted anywhere in the building, Larry.
Well, you know, let me point out something. If
Agreed,
anybody at
Cole.
home is spending
Xavier
hard,
Woods and
get up,
Marcus
make yourself
Bagwell
some breakfast. This match
are-
was brutal.
Yeah, that would be such a good babyface
I've been in
team.
a few myself. I got a flashback right here. Y'all darling, sit
Do
down.
I
Yeah,
encounter any wrestling scenes personally? I mean, I have some issues of the Atomic Elbow around here. Great wrestling zine.
Cactus Jack right here on the Pro Show. A flashback to beat all flashbacks, brother. I know you've had a few. I've seen you flashback, Jack.
I hear that. All right, let's go to that WCW flashback right now.
Oh shit, there's a new issue. I'll have to hit up Robert about ordering it from him. See, them abbreviating Turner Home Entertainment, I always thought that they just were like, oh, it's the Super Bowl. Hell yeah, Nathan, let me know. Be more than happy to both consume it and promote it.
That shovel, they're putting that shovel over near us here. Hang on to that thing, Neil, because we got a Donnybrook. Here we go, Shabani.
We don't have enough Donnybrooks in wrestling anymore. Zach did inform me that he did call a rhubarb the other night. You are Colette. That should be on your resume. Master of fantasy booking.
The electric board, the TV cable, the electric board. Wait a minute.
Oh, ooh. Oh, Mick, buddy. Paul Orndorff definitely wrestling like a man who had been claimed to have died in many newspapers the year before. Agreed. Cactus. We watched the first TV match they had a couple weeks ago on stream, and it was excellent. Hell yeah, Zach. Yeah, check out Indiana Powerhouse Wrestling. Zach ring announces this commentary there. It's on YouTube. Like, these two had great chemistry. I think Jack really brought out the best in Orndorff. Ooh. Hey, Fran. Hello. He's on the list for a Why They Rule video. Big Al Bass. He's on the list. So they would run these old pay-per-view matches on like Pro or Main Event every week, and they would by far be the biggest ratings getters that they put on TV. Oh, the sunset flip. Oh. I think Johnny B. Bad in the locker room was like, "You motherfucker." Sean G, thank you for the follow. Did they edit out the bump? Why are you airing this match but cutting out the bump? Hey, Sean, glad to have you in the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, aka the chat. Yeah, why? You can't. I know that it wasn't a meme at this point like it is now, but you can't edit out the bump if you air this match on TV. Oh, okay, that was a pretty good bump, though. I forgot about that one. That was sick. Someone needs to steal that.
No way that you could possibly train for a match like this, Shabani. No way whatsoever. Orndorff tried to knock it down.
Like, the Cactus Jack Paul Orndorff series of matches kind of make me think Paul Orndorff would have been really good in ECW. Oh.
Mr. Wonderful ramming Cactus's
Like a seedy bowling alley owner.
This is like a cage match now.
Like, really lives it up with, like, a Lady Alexandria.
It's exactly what he's doing. Paul Orndorff told us prior to this match that he would dissect him. He said,
I think it is, Nathan.
We've all known, and many fans
Like,
and wrestlers have known that
Orndorff and Hogan had some good matches, and yeah, I know Hogan. But yeah, I think Cactus is his best opponent.
He hit the leg. He's measuring him again.
Oh! And see, he's willing to swing a chair at a dude.
The third one. We are referee gonna have to stop this, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, Orndorff and ECW leading into being pissed off that he fell off the face of the earth after WrestleMania would have been some good promos. Agreed, Nathan, yes. The shovel is a very underrated wrestling weapon. Hell of a match. We only watched like a fourth of it.
morning, fans. Mean Gene.
Hi, Gene.
I'm going to see you tonight at 6:05 on Saturday night. Tomorrow night, we've got an all-new edition of the WCW main event. 6:05 tomorrow night on TBS. Hey, today on the hotline, there is a new love for Sting. That's right, a new love in the life of the Stinger. Give me a call. I'll tell you all about it at 1-900-909-9900. Kids, you must have your parents' permission. 99 cents.
Hey, Mom, can I call the hotline and find out who Sting's fucking now? I think it was like Sting literally just got a new girlfriend. Gene's like, let me announce it on the hotline to these wrestling fans who don't know. Or it's like he took up playing sorry. Real estate's a good guess, Rev Ray, yes.
So scrumptious and give your spirit that lift.
He might have been married, but he's a wrestler. That doesn't count for them. Wrestlers don't obey marriage.
The car on the right
Great
was filled with
Stallone,
Castrol
yes.
Syntec, a synthetic oil. The
I
other
definitely
with conventional
stole my number of Crunch
They were
bars
then
as a
drained
kid.
and started
Crunch
without
bars and
them
wrestling
to a point.
magazines
You
were
see,
the only
Syntec
things that
has a
went down my
unique
pants
molecular
until I was
structure
in
that bonds
college.
to engine parts. Lab tests show it leaves a layer of protection far stronger than conventional oil. And if Syntec protects this well now,
Yeah.
imagine if you leave it in. Castrol Syntec protects in ways other oils can't.
It was
The car won't get pregnant if it has Castrol GTX in
when
it.
eminence was a birthright and passion a sin. Now, from the director of A View from the Shore comes a motion picture.
I'm doing great, Sean. I hope you're doing well.
Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, March 18th at theaters everywhere.
You're getting
Agreed.
very green.
Leslie Nelson's
You are
lovely.
me, Wario. You're very handsome. You have amazing.
That's why he always wore the
Plunder and
hat.
pillage pirate's treasure. Bag a bazillion coins. Buy me a castle bigger than Mario's. Repeat after me. I'm the bad guy in Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, where being bad is good and greed is good.
There were like 7 guys in Chicago Championship Wrestling who looked like Wario without the hat.
My scalp still
Have I seen the new Naked Gun? Yes, I took Noli to see it last year. I thought it was much better than expected.
Doctors chose over these dandruff shampoo formulas.
The itch is gone.
Scalpicin.
All you gross, itchy wrestling fans.
Scared of the dark. Don't be. This one comes with its own light.
Oh, hell yeah. Dick Van Candy.
Experience
Milky Way. Ew, gross.
Now on home video from out of the history pages.
Yeah, Mario's a plumber. He doesn't have a castle.
Geronimo. Now on home video from Turner Home.
God, Turner loved nothing more than advertising
Well, our main event
its
is
own
still
movies'
coming,
home
and then, of course,
videos
Lord
on
Steven Regal
WCW
against, Brad Armstrong. But first, we're going to take a look at the great Japanese star, Muta.
A great one he is.
Yeah, I don't like Milky Way. I'm not a big candy bar guy.
Well, take a look at him right here on the Pro Bowl. You know, I got something on my mind. You know, are you a fan or not a fan of Lord Steven Regal? That's what the world wants to know.
Well, you know, I understand that at this point of time, Lord Steven Regal is about as popular as the cigarette. But when you watch this guy,
Cigarettes were really fucking popular in 1994.
Behind that push.
I'll tell you what, talking about
Good joke,
great
Jonathan.
match
I enjoy
we
that.
have one in Muta, who is coming to Spring Stampede, gentlemen. Let's go to the great Muta.
Oh, sweet. Great Muta hype video that shows him doing all the things he would not do in the Spring Stampede match because his knees were fucked. Listen to these sound effects. Ugh. I think the Austin match is okay. The Orndorff match the next year, we were just praising Paul Orndorff. That match sucks. Ugh. This sounds like WWF Raw on the Super Nintendo. And they give this song to all the Japanese wrestlers and Horseshoe for some reason. Also, I love that they have a million pieces of footage with Muto with the full face paint on. So to reestablish him as the last shot of that video, they pick one where he sweated all of it off. Hot pockets suck. On the WWF's Japanese stereotype music meter, where does this rank? Not as bad as the Orient Express song that starts with the gong that like Bull Nakano used. Also, not as bad as that.
Now there's one loop.
But I think it's just offensive that like everybody used that song.
Time now for our main event. Let's turn it over to our ring announcer.
Armstrong Gringo, check it off, Jonathan. Mark it. What would be the generic American music they use in Japan for random foreigners? This song right here.
Great young competitor, second-generation wrestler. Quite a bit of bad blood.
This would be the song they'd use in Japan if they did that shit for Americans.
Stay on with us, baby.
And once again, let's turn it over to our ring
So we got Brad Armstrong and Steven Regal. Very good match lately. I think I remember this match. That's the match I remember. It's really good. Yeah, no. God, they used that. And they used that. The WWF used that Orient Express music for so long too. Like Morishima came out to it for his dark matches in 2008, 2009.
Master of psychological warfare. He's going to let his opponent just sit in the center of the ring and stew a bit right now.
Yeah, he's a great human chess player, this guy. You know, not only is he a great wrestler, great man.
This is Sir William, aka Bill Dundee, who High Spots uploaded a highlight of an Ozark Mountain Wrestling episode to their YouTube channel the other day, with Bill Dundee doing a sit-down interview with our pal cousin Bert. They're talking about the PWI, and Bill Dundee mentions that he was not ranked like in the previous year because PWI thought that his cousin William was him because they look alike, and that was his explanation for Sir William, is that Sir William is Bill Dundee's cousin.
I'd like to remind everybody once again, of course, tonight, Steve Austin and Ricky the Dragon on WCW Saturday night will meet the winner. Will take on Ric Flair at Spring Stampede in Chicago, April 17th.
You know,
It sounds silly, but it's wrestling silly. I love wrestling silly things.
23-inch pythons, Mr. Hogan will be on WCW Saturday night.
That Regal's so good. Doesn't even have to touch the dude, and it's like, okay, I'm in.
It is Mean Gene Okerlund. On Sundays, of course, it's the Bobby the Brain Heenan. And then on Mondays, we have our announcers roundtable. So
Announcers roundtable, so you just put like a bottle of Jack in the middle, and whoever shows up, shows up.
Brad Armstrong.
Well, I'll tell you what, Larry, I beg to differ with you just a little bit.
Well, you don't have to beg.
A broken hand at the hands of some perpetrated by some people. But Brad Armstrong, what he's proven here is that he's got an.
Hell yeah, we're getting all we can at a barely touching.
Hell, if he does, it'll be Lord Steven Regal.
Calling that their ear, brother. That guy Clint, thank you for upping that Prime sub. Second month in a row, much appreciated. And I always put those subs in a syringe. I stick the syringe in my butt cheek, and then I go do DDP yoga with that strength.
That's not a super hard cast, I would imagine, but what is going on here?
Yeah, Nick Patrick's love language is touch. He loves that rope. Regal is only 25 years old. I can kind of buy it. Brad's 32, that youngster Brad Armstrong.
Because of his injury. All I can say there. Side headlock, nice reversal here by Brad Armstrong.
The thing is, I think they have about the same amount of experience here. Because Regal started working when he was like pubescent.
Steven Regal back down to the canvas. Bridge by Regal, though. There you see it. That's why this man is such a...
Eric the Ericator, thank you for the follow. Hell yeah, Eric. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you. Much appreciated. Glad to have you in the chats. Thank you for re-downloading Twitch to join us live. Bang Bang Bart, baby. That's a great, both great names. Just in time for a very good wrestling match.
A lot of Armstrongs out there. Thanks to Bob.
Yeah, Brad was another, he was a youngster until he was 40. That's a good point, Colette, yes.
You see right here, one thing right off the onslaught is that Lord Steven Regal, as the legend has said, has taken his
I feel like the entire decade of the 80s, Brad Armstrong was like a rookie star somewhere. Somewhere in the southern United States.
Right there trying to break it down.
Right.
There you go.
All right, top wrist lock once again between these two, and I'll be curious to see if Brad Armstrong once again is able to pull off the advantage situation here. Oh, nice move by Armstrong. Turn that into a hammerlock, into a side headlock. Good chain wrestling here by Brad.
Tell Bender I said hello. Miss Bender, hope Bender's doing well.
Approach Lord Regal with, which is tough because even if you take Regal down like he did here, this is where Regal shines also, almost a 3.
Well, he can't shine nothing but the mat with his back.
Here, Bill Dundee, he was pulling his hair.
Yes, he's right.
One of like 4 different accents Bill Dundee did.
To Mr. Brad Armstrong, you got to continue to work on that neck.
Keeping that side headlock and keeping Lord Steven Regal in trouble here. By the way, also on WCW Saturday night tonight, we will be seeing the All-American Ron Simmons.
Ooh, what a change attitude he's got.
Yeah, that's ooh.
Talk about a guy that can rearrange an anvil.
Yep. Good polo forearm that time by Regal.
That means he's strong, but like, how do you rearrange it?
Nobody really wanting to stick his neck out and make a mistake, as both men are very capable of capitalizing on a mistake.
Yeah, one mistake right here, legend, gonna cost you the match.
Yeah, I love that Bill Dundee is the father of Jamie Dundee. And that Jamie Dundee is the way that he is because he was just raised in the Mid-South Coliseum locker room.
Rolling reverse by Armstrong, almost had Regal, and Regal is clearly...
Apparently the same vendor over the weekend brought in both Marty Jannetty and Jamie Dundee to a convention and had to babysit both of them, which sounds like a suicide mission. I have seen the Jerry Springer with them. I think I've seen all the Jamie Dundee Springer episodes.
I would agree with that. The strategy is...
And it's a very... Jamie Dundee on Springer is very Jamie Dundee. Like, he'll just straight up go full Nazi because he thinks it'll get the most heat. The DEA show up.
Just caught up in that human game of chess. Rook the Queen's Bishop won.
He did some psychological infighting that time as he caught him with a slap right across the face.
Well, you know yourself, got a little slap on the face ain't going to hurt nothing but your pride.
Little slap on the face.
You can't let that slap destroy your mental attitude about this thing right here, because this
Thank you, Eric. I genuinely really appreciate it. I'm glad I'm doing something that's leaving a positive impact on folks. I really appreciate that. And yeah, that Luna gimmick in the AWF, bonkers. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words, Eric. You are also the man.
Has pretty good temper. Well, an effect of a semi-side chancery here by
a semi-side chancery.
Yeah, cutting off the air supply of Brad Armstrong. Look at the way Regal's got his weight on the man, cinching up, almost using the Brad
Not quite a
Armstrong's
Shinamaki. Didn't have wrist control.
But yeah, it looks like the Lord is pulling ahead on points.
Well, unfortunately, or fortunately, as the case may be, points won't count here. It's got to be a pinfall or a submission. Lord Steven Regal has got Brad Armstrong kind of on a bicycle here.
As I'm on a bicycle. Dusty, that's your cue.
I know they will rock your head, believe me. And he's really astute at doing that. But right here, there you go, baby.
Right in the royal mush.
He caught it beautifully.
Get it? It's mush, but with the word royal. Yeah, please mail your letters to my eventual P.O. box, and I will read letters on the air. But I think Regal could have been a world champion. Yeah, of course he could have.
There again, his lordship is one step ahead.
That's why these guys guys were sticking to the basics earlier, because they're both good enough.
Well, I'm glad I could be that voice of reason, Eric. Because yeah, a lot of people our age do stink. Big stinky stinkers.
Take a look at it. Well, right now it's Sir William outside the ring, gentlemen. We can always, after the matches are over, we'll take a look at a replay and we'll settle that dispute.
You might call for the royal foul here.
You know, one mistake Brad Armstrong's making, I believe, right here is he has to be more aggressive. And he has to be aggressive when the man is laying out there.
Oh, that's what I was hoping. Like in a perfect world, Luna would have been able to do the Angel Baby and Luna gimmicks as like two different personalities, but it never got to happen. I like that finish. We need count out finishes more often in wrestling. Not like an every show thing, but count out finishes are fine. I get that we like got mad at them as teenage smart marks, but we need them back. Bam! Great finish to set up the second match. For the Brad Armstrong.
Tonight, of course, it will be Hogan himself, along with Mean Gene Okerlund. And I'll tell you what, we'll be back with some other comments right after this.
Ooh, my little buddy's sleeping like a baby. You won't mind if I take a bite of his crispity, crunchity peanut.
Yeah, that would have absolutely been Brad Armstrong's Twitter handle. I don't want to think too much about Brad Armstrong's Twitter, if it existed, because it probably would have been very bad. Alright, this week in history, Stephen J. Neptune Man. March 12th, 1994, the Knicks beat the Cavs in the NBA court. The Penguins beat the Rangers on the ice. The number one movie in America was Guarding Tess. The number one song in America was The Sign by Ace of Base. And thank you. As always, Stephen J. Neptune Man. Brian, you just fantasy booked, I think, my new dream storyline. Luna and Abyss and Joseph Park being too nervous to ask Angel Baby on a date.
And the Equalizer says he'll be on hand to introduce his big brother. But what about Hogan?
God, now I'm sad we didn't get Luna with Abyss in TNA. I'm gonna cry tonight when I go to bed, but for wrestling reasons and not for real ones.
Here it is. What you gonna do when this 29 feet by the crowd?
And then foot.
Tonight on WCW Saturday night, Hogan himself with Mean Gene Okerlund.
And very briefly, the Equalizer.
Well, you know,
very briefly, the Equalizer.
Big brother, guy's gotta be bigger than Dusty's girlfriend out there.
On that note,
ooh, Gordon's like. Alright, so before we go to the next episode, we got one more episode of Pro to watch. Before we do, I am off Sunday. I'm taking Sunday off. No off the grid this week. It's my off week this month. But I will be back next Tuesday at 9 for more WCW Deep Cuts. And here's what we're watching then.
Artist, after you beat up on that skinny Billy Kidman tonight, please tag me in so I can snatch that bleached blonde's hair out by her roots.
Alright, so that is next Tuesday. We're going to the year 2000 to watch the artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea do his Jim Halpert face. That doesn't really match the character, but whatever. We're doing things. Yes, Jimmy Hart era Saturday nights. Going to Club WCW. Hopefully that guy that always comments on my YouTube videos that's mad that I make fun of the artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea. Hopefully I draw him.
I'm Gordon Soley, alongside the living legend Larry Zbyszko and the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. And Dusty, today we're going to see your son Dustin in the main event.
Well, I tell you what, the whole America, the whole world is watching this.
Ah, that would have been so good, Reverie. Oh my gosh. doing like dual reality Robin Green and Rick Steiner. Like those characters, oh my goodness.
This Mongolian stubble, we gonna see it today right here, and I can't wait, baby.
It's all gonna take place.
Dusty called him the Mongolian Stomper, which is a different person.
Yeah, one man stampede.
Seriously, Colette. Yeah, Steve Austin and the Mongolian Mauler, who could barely walk straight. Well, Mongolian Mauler, the subject of the most viewed thing I have ever put on the internet. I think it's at like 3.5 million views. Is my Mongolian Mauler short?
You got a real hot hit show here going now, but isn't there some unfinished business you've left behind in your wrestling career, Hogan?
Well, you know something, there are a lot of people around here that say, Hulkster, when are you going to get back in the ring? All the kids running around the beach say, Hulk, you're the greatest there ever was. When are you going to do the thing again? But as far as you're concerned...
You knew that Hogan made real money because he could find bandanas that were just one color with no design on them.
I left them laying. So as far as my business with you goes, you never had a chance.
Archie Goldie was the Stomper. This was not Archie Goldie.
Are you talking about anyway, Heenan?
Well, I'm not,
Now, all of a sudden, you're making excuses.
No,
what were you talking about specifically,
What I'm specifically talking about
you're putting your glasses on. Get an attorney.
And the thing is, you look at the newsletters, Hogan was not on paper yet to WCW.
I wouldn't leave things unfinished.
We need to. I think we all, it's our duty after we leave each other tonight on Twitch, go online and post somewhere that we heard on some make-believe wrestling podcast. Mongolian Mauler was supposed to be the higher power and would have won the world title from Steve Austin.
Limousines and Lear jets and all that stuff. And I know I have to live with that every day, but right now I've got another agenda going here, brother.
Yes.
I've got Thunder
And hey,
in
we're like
Paradise.
2 weeks
But I can
off
tell
from
you
April
one thing, Heenan. If something happens,
And
I get
Mongolian
back in
Mauler
the
died
ring,
like the
I'm
week
gonna go
after I
right to
made
the
that
top
short,
one more
I think.
time. And when I do get back in the ring,
I have the kiss of death.
The first man I let know what I'm doing.
Alright, so we got the Nasty Boys, who I assume had the tag titles and then lost them before this was taped, against Road Dogg Saggy Ass and some other guy. The Gorilla Monsoon podcast.
To the comments just made by Hulk Hogan. Right now, Jerry Sags is giving some retorts right here to Armstrong. You know, keep your eyes on the Nasty Boys here. These guys are...
Hey man, I just got back from murdering children overseas. Can I wear these faded out US flag trunks? Low Dog, you should ask her to watch some Brian Armstrong matches with you. Oh hey, there's Missy, who had left the company and was in the process of suing them. Road Dogg Saggy Ass, yes. Okay, that's the way to do it. Colette just came up with the way to spread the rumor. According to Gene Okerlund on the WCW hotline, Mongolian Mauler was slated to debut as the higher power. Yes. Perfect. A double Armstrong bingo, yes. Brian and Brad.
Aerial wing over by Armstrong and high up near the shoulder. Full arm drag and twist and beginning to punish his man. Makes the tag. Jake Steele moves.
Jake Steele, ooh. I think Jake Steele was the actor that played Toby on Degrassi. And then there's Cassie Steele who played Manny. I got them mixed up. Yeah, Road Dogg's doing convention I'm going to next week. I will not be meeting or greeting. Alright, so this was taped in January. And it's March 19th. Thank you, RBH. Nick, get out of his face.
I think they just let him eat a little of the turnbuckle over there. I don't see any turnbuckle coming out of his mouth. I know these guys are the best, but just what the legend said.
Seriously, these guys against Misawa and Kawada at Korakuen.
Is that another Armstrong here, Larry?
I have very specific pop culture references because of my emotional Arrested Development.
Body press that time by Knobs, and Steele down on the canvas. He's got some problems.
Like, the thing I've been marathoning on TV this week has been or binging, or whatever the people call it. It's called Unexpected. Oh! Right in the kidney. But it's essentially TLC's version of Teen Mom. Oh my goodness, the Nasties against the Miracle Violence Connection. And the tag, hell yes. What is up with Jake Steele's body hair? He has armpit hair, which is normal. And then his nipples were also covered in armpit hair? Why is Nick Patrick trying to separate Brian Knobbs from the camera? Like you could get a rope break for a promo.
On the part of the world champions, and these guys aren't a banquet for the eyeballs, but they're an effective tag team machine.
Indeed they are, no question about that. We're going to take a time out here for a commercial.
I like this hair on Missy Hyde. I think it looks good. That reminds me, Nathan, fun Noli anecdote was, we were talking about the Oscars, and I was telling him that Conan was hosting, and he went through like a list of like 5 different old Conan characters, asking if they'd be there, because he is a fan of watching like 90s Conan stuff on YouTube. Craig, thank you for the follow. Hopefully you're not Craig from Degrassi. And he asked me if Mr. T would be at the Oscars, because his only cultural reference point for Mr. T is the Conan remote where they went apple picking.
You can make it come up roses. It helps to use this.
So he believed that Mr. T was just a character that was made up for late night.
For your decisions, your life.
He asked about Preparation H. Raymond,
So when you're faced with one of these,
Hamilton Annie.
secret strong enough for him, a pH balance just for you.
Today on TBS.
Masturbating Bear was not at the Oscars, unfortunately.
Cool Hand Luke. Then Clint Eastwood is ice cold in the Iger sanction. Cool Hand Luke at 105 Eastern, followed by the Iger sanction at
As opposed to the Liger sanction, which was a rule that came about where Kip Allen Fry gave him bonuses for having good matches.
People see when they meet you. So why trust it to soap? Take care of it with Noxema. Noxema is just for faces. It dissolves oil,
Also
mild
for
conditions,
butts.
so your skin stays soft, smooth, healthy looking. You'll have your face all your life. Take care of it for healthy looking skin.
Tony Contra do which idea?
When your debt is clean,
Bring in Preparation H. Raymond?
special instruments that get between them. But what toothbrush?
No, I don't talk about Conan. Other than that really fucked up YouTube thumbnail last week that circulated of somebody who did a video about Conan's leg amputation, entitled it Triple Amputation.
Now, shouldn't you choose Crest Complete? Of course you should.
Why
And
just
it's now
so?
available in designer
Again,
black.
we have our heterosexual male
If you're scared of the dark,
toothbrushes.
don't be. This one comes with its own.
Yeah, but it would be funny if the Nasty Boys pissed off the Yakuza.
Experience Milky Way Dark.
Debbie, these shots are fabulous.
There you go, Brian. Another shampoo
Better than the
commercial.
last time, Tony?
Absolutely. It's my job to make sure people look good. A few weeks ago,
This
when they
guy's
were
got
checked
some
out,
great hair
I noticed
himself.
something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head & Shoulders. You see, regular shampoos merely rinse flakes away, so they could come back. But look, Head & Shoulders helps stop flakes from even forming. See the difference? Yeah, picture perfect.
Also, I
Head &
don't think
Shoulders
that's
turns
dandruff on her
problems
shoulder.
into
These
beautiful
people are models. Oh shit, we got Gene in the building with Tex in Shanghai. The likes of.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard is right, Mean Gene.
They've been there for a year.
Totally different team in '94. Shanghai is without the mask.
Welcome aboard.
Would rather not have made, but did. We've beaten all
Gene, they were there before you were.
against us. We've beaten the likes of, I don't know, Eric Watts. Wouldn't you say? Eric
That's
Watts?
it?
Speaking of Eric Watts,
The likes of Eric Watts. ... Yeah.
But the dumb Okie misplaced himself.
Whoa, wait a minute, gentlemen. Do you know anything about this missing trophy?
No.
I don't know nothing about the trophy that was stolen from him.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa,
It was missing. We didn't say it was stolen.
No, you said it was stolen.
I didn't say it was stolen.
I didn't say it was stolen.
Dennis
You're
Knight's
the one
kind of
who-
puppy dog-ish.
Texas, we don't steal, Gene.
All right, gentlemen, hopefully I can sort all of this out. I thank you. Let's get to the ring.
Gene's like, I give up. I don't care enough about this to keep going. Let's go to the ring. It's the Patriot, as Larry Zbyszko always calls him.
Patriot just come from a successful tour in Japan. Fairly new in WCW, a man with a great amount of talent.
Oh my goodness. That's a good thought. Colette said that if you stab Brian Knobbs with the Ricky Dozan piss knife, his insides would be like, whatever.
He's lean and mean, no question about that. We're going to see what he's capable of doing against Fred Avery.
I'm a big Fred Avery guy.
And perhaps muscularly a little more well-defined.
Always big and hairy. Never afraid to wear colors that were unflattering. Yeah, that's the thing with Americans from TV wrestling that went to Japan. None of them ever had unsuccessful tours to Japan. Like, it would have been a great gimmick for an American to go to Japan and then they come back and their main employer go on TV and be like, yeah, this guy really fucking sucked over there. Lost like every match. He should not go back to Japan.
Energy to try to fight out of a hold when the ropes are a reach away. Fred's thinking in there.
Yep, no question about it. Once again, collar and elbow side headlock now by Avery.
Most of the time, Fred's thinking, all right, thinking what he's doing in there.
Yeah, baby. Give him some of that All Japan stank. Great drop kick from Del Wilkes. Great drop kick. Yeah. We'll give him the old Jeb Bush one, too.
It really mind-boggles me about the aggressiveness of today's athlete. I would have went out.
Yeah, a lot of the unsuccessful tours of Japan were guys who, disappeared for a bit. He learned that drop from Bob. Hey, and he has kind of the same voice as Bob. If you listen to the WWF tell-all interview he did where he unmasked, why has this voice like this?
Point well taken there, right? A hammerlock, and Avery using the elbow tries to.
That's what I meant. Howard Dean, not Jeb Bush. I'm a good shit. Howard Dean. What did I say? Jeb Bush. That's what he did. The Howard Dean.
Full arm drag at this point in time, and into an upper arm bar. And so Avery, who had an opportunity there to gain his feet.
Jeb Bush would be like, please clap.
And the Patriot closes in on
There's a lot of baby faces in wrestling.
Patriot has the upper hand both in ability, skill, knowledge.
All right.
Must have picked that up over.
I kind of like that.
Yep, step over into an outside
like a reverse stretch plum.
Avery now with an elbow that lacked authority. Irish
I think that'd be a good Ricochet line to steal. Ricochet did please clap. The Dirtbike Kid did have an unsuccessful Japanese tour, yes.
He moves very methodically.
Shout out to Randy Anderson for having the best tan in the ring right now. Bobby, please clap. What happened to his YouTube channel? Oh, ooh, Fred. Like Bobby Fish posted like 3 YouTube videos, made one about CM Punk, and then just disappeared from the platform.
I think you're right. He probably was going at about
that was more like a cousin slam than an uncle slam. Yes, he did the Trooper in the AWA. Yeah, that was the dog shit uncle slam. Like, does not even deserve to be called the uncle slam. Come on, Fred Avery.
On WCW Saturday night, and now let's go to Mean Gene Okerlund.
And Gene in his imaginary palace.
Hi again, folks. I'm Gene Okerlund in the Spring Stampede Control Center. We're about a month away
look
from
at
the Rosemont
I'm a mark for tans.
Chicago.
Look at Gene's tan.
Yeah, join us in the Windy City.
That is a
Make
dark
plans now to
man.
Join us exclusively on pay-per-view cable TV. In addition to the match announced last week between the Boss and the massive 450-pound Vader,
They
here's
used
another one
AI.
just signed for the Spring Stampede. Get this.
Gene has 7 fingers on each
Heavyweight
hand.
Champion, Stunning Steve Austin, will lock up with the Japanese sensation, the Great Muta.
Just Muta.
Right now, let's hear from Stunning Steve Austin, who's standing by
The
with his
nephew
manager,
Nidge.
Colonel Robert Parker.
Steve, it seems today them Japanese got the corner on everything.
Oh,
not on this here
all
title,
right.
do they?
You know, there's something
I mean, that
really
could have
wrong
been
with
more
this picture because they
racist,
fly
definitely.
Japan's greatest superstar to the United States.
Which reminds
And
me,
the
I'm about to
fans
say
here cheer
something.
for him rather
I'm
than their
quoting
United
the
States
headline.
champion,
Like
Stunning Steve.
the
Well,
January
that's fine with me.
6,
Muta,
1997
you've got
Wrestling
my
Observer
respect,
newsletter.
and I know
It was the
I've got
awards
yours.
issue.
But one
This
thing
is a
you
quote.
don't and will not have is the United States
The
heavyweight
headline,
belt.
Kabashi beat,
That match
I think,
is gonna be for the
Shawn
United States
Michaels
heavyweight title.
for Wrestler of the
Also
Year.
just announced, a Chicago
And
Street
the
Fight.
headline, I'm not kidding you, in the Wrestling Observer, read, Kabashi nips Shawn Michaels for Wrestler of the Year. Of all the words, Dave, that version of the U.S. title is sweet. I'm not a belt guy. I got the one belt because it was cheap. But that is a cool belt.
Heavyweight champ, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, will be defending
Yeah.
against the man who earned his way to be the #1 contender, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Fans, if you can't join us in Chicago, then do the next best thing. Join us live.
I couldn't join you in Chicago. I was
Satellite dish owners,
7 years
contact
old.
Turner Home Satellite
6 years
at
old, actually.
1-800-847-3229.
Hadn't turned 7 yet.
It's Spring Stampede on Sunday, April 17th. By the way, this Saturday,
What's my
on the
favorite
WCW
player in
hotline,
Steamboat match?
I'm going to be talking
Nashville.
about what's going on in the personal
Wrestle War
life of the great Hulk Hogan.
The
As you
great
know,
Hulk
recently I
Hogan.
conducted an interview with the Hulkster.
I don't think Dave meant it in like the racist pun way. I just don't think he thought of that.
I'm going to be telling you about some of those personal things.
I don't think Dave thought that that would be something that would be an issue.
But give me a call on the hotline.
Because Dave writes 17,000 words at 3 a.m. on a Thursday night. I'm a big Colonel Parker guy. I agree with you that there are a lot of guys he did not fit with. I thought he was perfect for Buck. Buck and Slater, he was like the only guy that could have managed them. But most of the other guys he managed. Oh, and I really liked him, the Amazing French Canadians, too. Viva la France! Love that. Zach, I won the VHS of that Wrestle War at a raffle at an indie show in January of 2000. Some video store down the road got out of business and just gave the promoter all the wrestling tapes to like give out to people. Eric, thank you for the sub.
Got a Michael Jordan MVP cup and Michael's favorite burger from
Are you talking about the War Games match, Colette?
Hurry into McDonald's today.
Where Parker wrestled with his guys inside the cage, and then he like shit himself.
For more fries and more drinks.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was Dustin against the Stud Stables, to my opinion, the last great WCW feud, in that it felt like the continuation of everything that the aesthetic from like, yes, the last scraps of Southern wrestling. You put it much better than I did. Like after that, it's like all the Hogan crap came out.
Go Greyhound while it's $9.99. Let's roll if it's San Antonio and that's where you want to go, or Los Angeles because that's where the family is. Call Greyhound and do it now while it's $9.99. See your sister, see your brother, see your father, see your mother, see your cousin, see your kids, see your old friend Sid.
Love you too, Eric.
They've got it down and it's $9.99.
I've not had the big arch. I'm planning to not eat it. Trying to get healthier, and part of getting healthier means not eating big arches, if I can help it. Chicken breasts, chicken breasts and rice and broccoli, and my dude Dally doing my yoga. God, that's the best Dusty promo ever, and I'm happy that people have caught on in the last decade. That The View Never Changes is the best Dusty promo.
RJ Hurricane Spencer, commando for hire.
Hard Times is fine, but like,
for the hottest hour under
but
the
like
sun.
folks have brought up, Dusty did like 50 promos
Chris Lemon,
a
and
week
Carol
then.
Alt.
See you in paradise.
When Dusty puts his hand up and like brings the crowd down with his hand. Incredible. Oh, it's Terry Taylor. Gross.
My guest at this time,
That is Terry Taylor in a bad sweater.
this guy and his fantastic career for a number of years. Terry Taylor, you're back at action.
Terry's wearing the shittiest
Thanks a
sweater.
lot, Gene. I mean, it feels great to be back here in WCW in front of all these people. Man, you got the best fans in the world, and
I'm sorry, Commodore Vigo. I think I'd like the sweater better if Terry Taylor was not wearing. Like the dude's rug puked.
What he said.
I heard you. Let me ask you something. We're talking about chump change.
Hey, it's Mayugi.
Who here has been the national television, the world television champion? You have. Him?
Legged bar back.
Oh, me. And who's been
Fold
the national
down.
champion? You have. Hey, chump change.
I was telling Brian this. I have moved up to Synergy in the DDP yoga plan, where I'm doing the 50-minute workouts now. I kind of like DDP's aesthetic here. I think that works for him. I like the vest too, Nathan. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for noticing that, Eric.
What Diamond Dallas Page is thinking of. That was
Got a hype train coming in.
Yeah, you know, a lot of guys have come through WCW and they think they're going to make
Let me put it to you this way. Terry Taylor was like all over that. He was all over the WCW racial discrimination lawsuit, and he was all over Conan's lawsuit against TNA. Yeah, I don't buy for a second that Terry Taylor was supposed to be Mr. Perfect.
Well, you picked on the wrong guy this time. So
I
when I get
don't.
you back in the ring, if you'll get back in the ring with me,
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's
teach you
all a
lesson 'cause
bunch
I'm gonna
of
kick your can off this
horse
planet
manure.
if I have to. Check it out.
Yeah, Terry Taylor was like the talent relations guy in TNA for like a decade.
Promotional considerations paid for by the following.
Like the story in the Conan lawsuit about him just walking up to people, be like, "Hey, look at this porn on my phone." What the fuck?
Action, it lives on. Jurassic Park. Machine gun blasting, molten morphing Terminator 2 video game action, MT2 the arcade game, and Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Now on Super NES, Genesis, and Game Gear.
Also, the Red Rooster would have worked if he actually tried. I'm sorry.
Man meets Radioactive Man is flying to a Game Gear system.
Yeah,
near
it's
you.
2005, 2006, when like streaming video on your phone is like $100 a video. That's a pretty damn good comparison, Cole. Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry, Brian. I can only imagine the way Terry Taylor treated y'all at Spike TV. Hey, it's Scott D'Amore. Kez Watley. AKA the guy that was nice to all the TV hosts that would do power plant segments when Sarge would make them throw up.
Hit him with a drop kick, but it did not take the equalizer off his feet. Came up with a cross body block and the equalizer
Not to
turned that
blow Brian's cover, but he worked at Spike TV when TNA was on Spike. So he will sometimes drop some anecdotes.
You know, it makes you wonder if their mothers were taking those
A favorite of the chat, the Balls Mahoney Pills story. All right, so Kevin Sullivan, if you weren't following along earlier, he is the big brother that Dave Sullivan was referring to.
Saturday night. It'll be Arn Anderson taking on Shanghai Pierce. Sting takes on Paul Orndorff. And Flair is going to respond to some... Well, wait a minute. What's he doing here? He's taking his clothes off.
Ripping the shit out of that singlet.
Pretty soon we're going to be in a nudist.
I said it on Blue Sky, I think it was last week. Kevin Sullivan and Roosh wrestle like exactly the same. Like every Roosh match in AEW is like a Kevin Sullivan squash from this era.
He's merciless all the way. Now it's Dave Sullivan, and they're pounding D'Amore back to the canvas once again. Also,
Yeah, do you think Scott D'Amore went up to Kevin Sullivan in the locker room and was like, someday I'm going to kind of be in and out of this company that doesn't exist yet. It's named Tits and Ass. Do you have any advice for me?
Yeah, I'm really anxious to hear what the Nature Boy's got to say about the Hulkster Hulk Hogan tonight on Saturday night. Right here. Whoa, you know what's going on here?
Yeah,
I
that's
know this.
like you can tell Sullivan's killing dudes. And just the most awkward ways he would throw guys down.
Now watch him just pulverize this man's stomach.
To keep Sullivan out of the rainforest.
Man, and he's catching him low in the stomach as well.
Almost a low blow.
Yeah, Roosh is great. I love Roosh. Roosh had a really good match on Ring of Honor this week. I think it's on the free YouTube version against Beef. Beef and Roosh was a hell of a match.
Right down across those abdominis.
Cousin Beef. I love Beef. Beef's my dude. Beef is like one of the few people in AEW that doesn't seem scared shitless to work with Roosh. And I don't mean the enhancement guys. I mean like everybody he wrestles in AEW. Even if he like Roosh lets them do stuff to him, they still seem scared to death. Alright, Stagwire, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't like the Trio Woe as a finish. I like the double stomp because he's a big. Yeah, that had to suck to be an enhancement guy taking the double stomp.
All right, fans, we're going to get you back to more exciting action here.
That was it was Tony Rumble.
This is a
one. Was it NWA New England we watched? No, it wasn't NWA New England yet. Oh shit! Not Kimberly.
When Terry Taylor comes on, whining like a
I think DDP should do CWA. Thank you, Red Wolf. Same was the promotion that became NWA New England. Yeah, look out for CWA in the YouTube archives. But no, I think DDP should wear the earrings for some of his live yoga streams on the app.
The second thing is, I never did that stuff to begin with.
What, are you calling me blind? I think myself and a national television audience.
Yeah, that's a great vest.
Exactly what you did, Paige.
You know, they've got you bamboozled already. It was a complete, I don't know what it was. The bottom line is this, Taylor, you got no rematch with Diamond Dallas Page. I want nothing to do with you. Get in the back of the bus.
No, you know what that was, Gene? That was touchdown. Give me the left. Give me the right. Bring it down. Arms out to a T. Hulk it up. Attention.
My little buddy's sleeping like a baby. You won't mind if I take a bite of his crispy,
I do the yoga.
crunchy peanut.
I told you, Homer. Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
We're doing West Side Story with Micro Machines. Yeah, I feel bad for that model that DDP hired. Because you know Gene did some weird stuff before they started recording. As Missy Hyatt once called him, the most perverted man in wrestling history. Or the biggest pervert in wrestling history. Yeah, I don't like Butterfinger ads. They're bad. Even the Simpsons ones. My nephew choked on a Micro Machine.
Introducing the full line
He's
of
a year and a half younger than
personal
me.
watercraft. The high-performance Barracuda. The one or two
He's the nephew I talked about who called me when I was on Botchamania last
the Monte
month.
Carlo. They're sleek, fast.
Like, did you know you were on Botchamania? I'm like, yeah.
They're Tiger Shark
Matthew and I
watercraft.
are homies.
Accept no imitations.
We're Facebook friends. That's how you know we're close, is we're Facebook friends. I don't add anybody to Facebook. I don't even fucking use Facebook. I use it to let my mom see
But then I
pictures of
discovered
kids.
this. The
That's
hair
it.
coloring called Just for Men.
And now he looks better than ever.
Apply Just for Men, and in 5 minutes, rinse. No wonder 8 out of 10 wives prefer the natural.
I kind of like
Just
him
for
on the
Men
left
look to
better.
gray hair
It's like you took off 10 years.
with Just
No.
for Men hair color. And now, new Just for Men color gel for the hard-to-color hair of mustaches
What is
and
that
beards.
accent?
Brush in, rinse out.
Yeah,
Just
the
5
hair
minutes.
dye makes him
Got a
look
Michael
older.
Jordan MVP cup and Michael's favorite burger from McDonald's. He's bound
I'm hoping to go gray soon.
Hurry into McDonald's
I think I'm
today
gonna
for
look good
Michael's favorite
gray.
extra value meal, the Double Big Mac. And for 39 cents more, supersize it or any extra value meal for more fries and more drink. And get an MVP collector cup free.
I kind of just want the cups.
Charles, you sitting there.
So what do you say?
Just this once.
What you want is what you get.
To my dear friend Charles.
At McDonald's today.
Womp womp womp.
When your dentist cleans your teeth, he uses
Getting
special
horny at
instruments
the
that get
dentist,
clean.
eh?
But what toothbrush would your dentist
I think
prefer?
I had the Jordan
Well, in a
one.
recent nationwide test, dentists tried a leading flat
Was
brush
there a Malone one?
The brush more dentists prefer.
I swear I had one for somebody on the Jazz.
Crest Complete is shaped like your teeth, so it reaches far.
Because
between
McDonald's was like my
Now,
family's Friday night
you
dinner.
choose Crest Complete?
My dad would pick up McDonald's on the way home from work.
And
That'd
it's
be our
now
special
available
dinner
at
on
designer
Fridays. This commercial again. Eee. I don't think it was stopped. Might have been stopped. I think it was Malone.
Welcome back to WCW Pro Wrestling here on a Saturday morning. It's time
I think
for our
that's the same thing
WCW
Dusty
Pro
wore last week, just without the
Gonna go back
blazer.
in 1988, the Clash of Champions. Remember that one, Larry?
Yeah, I remember the Clash of 1988. In fact, so well that
The Clash of 1988? The one?
Memories of that one than I do. Well, I'll tell you what, Gordon, you talk about talk about
Yeah, that's a lot of development time for every single candy bar.
Flashback that I would have a flashback when Bear Windham come out and dance on my noggin right there in Miami, and you just go see the first part of it.
Let's go to this match.
Dusty's so good at doing shtick. And yes, they absolutely shot like 7 of these in the same day. Always hated that apron. I always thought it said AWA.
He always holds a horseman meeting when they're all together prior to
Also, what a random match to air. Like, they're both in the company, but other than that, there's no reason to air this.
James J. Dillon is the master of getting the official look the other way.
Oh, he's astute. There's no doubt about that. And when you talk about how smart he
He's a
is,
stooge.
all you got to do is look at the gold. He has nothing around the champions. Here comes the break. Kenny Long saw the holding of the ropes. And Bob, right there for 2 or 3 minutes, he really worked.
Big fan of Blue Jeans cameraman at ringside. We don't get that anymore.
Armstrong down on his knees and on the corner. And Tony again right now. He's in pain and he's in trouble as Wyndham now.
Not a lot of hair, but yes, Teddy had hair.
Turn it up another notch right now on Armstrong. And whether Armstrong can withstand it or not, that's what you got to see from here on out.
It looks like a fake J.J. Dillon. Oh, hey, no pretty blue mats. Fucking Bill wants.
Right down around that steel cage.
J.J. Dillon looks like evil Colonel Sanders. Gonna poison you with his chicken bucket.
Both got those big smiles on their face. Is Brad Armstrong very slow now to get to his feet?
I assume that whistle, that wolf whistle, was for JJ.
Tony, when you're as high in the air as that, and the force with which Wyndham slammed him into that cage, again, Armstrong now in deep trouble.
The colors are good on the apron, but I don't like. I do not like the font. I don't, but I know people that do, Nathan, such as yourself, and I totally get it. Also, it seems like filming at ringside in blue jeans would just get really hot, especially under those lights. Like, not a lot of space for your thighs to breathe.
And now Brad Armstrong with a second wind has Wyndham again to the midsection.
That mistake by Barry Wyndham gave Armstrong the opportunity and the chance he needed. And right now he's trying to take full advantage of it. Again,
I have no idea. Like, I know all the blue WCW aprons went to like BHWA and some other indie companies. Oh shit! Oh, he got into the claw. Okay, I like that he didn't just float in and they came up with it. I like that he floated through and made a point of reaching up and grabbing it, it still looked smooth, but there was like no risk of his hand being falling off.
Successfully defends that United States heavyweight title, and it was one great event.
Good morning, Gene Okerlund here
Good morning.
in the Control Center.
Gene.
As you know, recently I conducted an interview with the great Hulk Hogan. Once the cameras and microphones were
You can
shut
tell
down,
that he has not
I had an
signed the
opportunity
deal
to
yet.
talk to the Hulkster about what's going on in his personal life. That's just one of the things I'm going to be sharing with you all day long today on the WCW hotline. My exclusive report at 1-900-909-9900. Kids, you got to get your parents' permission. Even you kids disguised as adults.
My housekeeper, not showkeeper. Oh shit, up next is this main event.
What a gorgeous spot.
Yeah,
You only live
I kind of wonder why the Iron Claw is not a more known sex thing.
I love PBS.
I try to avoid Crockett era NWA because Crockett NWA is not WCW. It's like Turner, Sale, and After for me. That's WCW.
Twice.
Crockett era is Crockett.
And that cookie crunch twice. You get one great snack
I don't want to go to summer school.
after another.
And why do these kids want to fight for these toys? That's a Mr. Beast video. 50 children had get into a fist fight tournament over 3 Micro Machine toys.
Game Genie now costs less.
That almost was what it was, Rai, because they shot the angle and didn't have him under a contract. Or they at least shot like the angle where they're like, should he come back to wrestling? He wasn't under a deal. And then when he signed, people forget this. Hogan's first contract was only through the end of '94. There was a good chance he would have wrapped up at Starrcade '94 if Vince offered him a really good counteroffer.
I'm going to tell you things you won't believe.
What we can't say on TV, you can hear on the hotline.
Yeah, Mauler, I covered that in the YouTube short I did about him. Yeah, Mauler was in for like one set of TV tapings, and then he was gone. But since they filmed like 8 months of TV, they could stretch that ish out.
A protective layer that builds up and keeps engine parts separated.
I've said it in before, my sister dated a guy whose little brother was like a 13, 14-year-old, and I thought he was the coolest guy in the world because he had a Game Genie.
Because if your viscosity breaks down, what's next? Castrol GTX, engineered for today's smaller cars. Try Castrol Super Clean for tough, greasy jobs. If it won't come clean with Super Clean, it won't come clean.
The exact same
the mystery is
formula
concealed by the dark. Will soon come.
Oh, that would have been great if that's how they advertised the hotline was come listen to Gene Okerlund cuss.
I shampoo for dandruff, but my scalp still itches.
Now
WCW would still be in business.
Scalp itch, not ordinary dandruff. It's clear liquid, not shampoo. With itch medicine doctors chose over these dandruff shampoo formulas.
The itch is gone.
Scalpicin.
Headline news.
Scalpicin.
The only network with sports highlights and the latest scores.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, let's put Castrol GTX on a car hood and see if it puts out a fire like that stuff from last night.
Well, thank you. I'm here with Sir William and
They don't even try with any sort of clothing continuity for Zbyszko. He just like changed his whole outfit
Do you honestly think I need your
after the break.
imbasonic view of anything? Just hold the microphone. Armstrong, I've beaten 2 of your family members.
Regal's robe looks like a very comfy comforter on a bed. I could fall asleep wrapped up in that thing.
You smash the side of my skull. You knock me out like the bloody heathen that you are. You don't know how to wrestle, and so you have to resort to violence. What do you expect from an American family as your own? The same as each and every one of these bloody American families, brought up with violence,
Darn straight.
with decadence, debauchery,
God, I would-
use of weapons. William, it's absolutely appalling here.
To die in Steven Regal's arms would be such a heavenly way to die.
I am
absolutely appalled. The next time, Armstrong,
I was about to mention
I
that,
get my
Cole.
chance
Yes, that
to get my hands around your grub
that
little neck,
NXT match with
I'm going to give you
Maxine
the wrestling
where
lesson of your life.
he's like, I'm
And the
going
only
to
thing-
squeeze every Smith's
the only
song
thing
title
that will stop you
into a
is each and every
narrative
one of these bloody lowlifes
about
getting
this
a ring and
character.
help you. Now I'm telling you one more thing.
It's
Your family are a
one of the
disgrace.
weirder
Your father is
things
nothing, and William could beat him.
to be on
And I'm
WWE
going to
television
say
in
the
that
only
era,
thing that you're
and I
going to be
love
good
it.
for is holding a microphone like the legend here. William.
We'll be right back and go down to the ring after this.
Yeah, Wrinkle's a big fan of like 70s soul music.
For everything that squeaks, now this
And
one lube,
lizards.
and everyone
The
should
man
like the
loves
sound
himself a
of that.
lizard.
One lube from Slick 50.
One lube. Lock on the iron claw, apply some one lube.
Or ham and cheese in a crispy pocket.
Not Hot Pockets, that shit's gross.
Introducing Castlevania Bloodlines for Sega
Ew,
Genesis.
Chris
The most
Cruz,
horrifying vampire
gross.
hunt ever. 2 new heroes, plus
We'll be right
horror
back
enemies
while
and
I
ghastly
change
ghouls.
under this
It's intense
turtleneck.
adventure from Konami.
Yes, this was the start of the Regal Sabisco feud, where every week Regal would come out on TV and like say some like leftist shit about how much America sucks, and how capitalism is horrible, and Sabisco would be like, "Then stop cashing them American checks." Yeah, Regal loves foot placement. It's real randy for it. Satan's Sister, a great entrance song. I love that these two men had the same job.
You know, I think I saw this guy in a movie, Gordon, The Eyes of Planet Mars. But you know, interesting, two guys who have been running from me for 15
Zippy the
glorious
Pinhead.
years are going to run headlong into each other tonight on Saturday night when we hear the retort of Ric Flair to the comments made by Hulk Hogan.
Alright, things are quieting down. Let's go back.
Yeah, these were the original Hollywood Blondes. Stunning Steve and the Mongolian Mauler. Oh, wait, this is after the blonde, so this would be the replacement blonde. Look at those pants on Dustin! I kinda love those. Very, like, 76 Cher. Really accentuating them long legs. I dig it.
It's electric, just like it is in the building here. It's electric.
The new Hollywood Blondes against the new Sonny and Cher. He should bring back those pants.
The unknown factor of this man and how he's going to relate, of course, to Stunning Steve. Interesting.
Like, reveal his new bionic knees.
One little
He's coming back, like, in a couple weeks, I heard. Yeah, I guarantee you Pillman got in the car, got on his car phone, and was like, Dave, it's me. Let me work with this fucker named the Mongolian Mauler. It's fucking horrible. Had a team with Dustin. Had to make Dustin look good. Fucking hated it. The amount of shit, the amount of complete unwarranted shit Brian Pillman got Dustin Rhodes by being a newsletter narc for years.
Both men have a great deal of respect for each other. That's obvious.
I've seen Dustin show his dog before. I didn't see this specific when you're talking about Red Wolf Sam. I've also seen Dustin have his dog eat out of his mouth, which is something. And then when people are like, hey, that's weird, he'll post memes about how cool it is to have dogs eat out of your mouth. I'm like, dude, if you're gonna be weird, double down on it. That's my type of weirdo. Dustin's dog is like, what, 300 pounds?
Well, one thing for sure, he couldn't look into his eyes.
His dog's huge. His dog's bigger than him. KFC. The amount of free advertising that these fast food chains would get. Wait, who said Dusty ate poop or Dustin ate poop at ICP?
is the natural Dustin Rhodes, who obviously...
You can send a link to Dustin Rhodes eating poop at ICP?
And in my mind, a lot of controversy surrounding.
There you go, spin him around. There you go.
I'm so
A
confused.
little bit bias here, right here. Whoa, wow, what a backdrop.
Yes, that's true. When Evolution electrocutes you and you get Tourette's from it, yeah, you end up letting your dog eat food out of your mouth. Oh, I've seen the dog video. If other people in the chat haven't seen it. But yeah, Dustin's very proud of it. Like,
Did not affect him, neither did the second one by Flying Brian. That time, Flying Brian...
I think he was fucking with them. I don't think Dustin Rhodes has ever eaten shit. I think Dustin Rhodes has had some down times. I don't think Dustin Rhodes ever ate shit at an ICP concert. I could be wrong.
Did I like Stunning Steve? He's right there. He saves the day. I think he's an excellent choice.
Yeah, why haven't any of these guys with the pointy boots ever said, hey, my feet are shaped like that? Stop talking about it. Alright, this week in history, Stephen J. Neptune Man. I gotta scroll up because there were a couple chats before that, or after that. March 1994, the Knicks beat the Celtics on the NBA court. #1 movie in America, as advertised on here. Naked Gun, 33 1/3. And the most recent Simpsons episode, Homer Loves Sanders.
Through the ropes, Flying Brian, outside, Stunning Steve, in control of the game, Flying Brian...
Did Brian Pillman shit his pants? Maybe Colonel Parker shit his pants at Bull Brawl.
He speared him into a backdrop there.
Yeah, and it looks like...
Yeah, you can't ask Dustin about Black Rain. He'll block you on everything.
Oh, eat some real, brother. Eat
God.
some real.
Austin's so good.
Forgiving as Stunning Steve Austin just found out.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Like, he's performing so well here. Great bumps. And this was the day before WrestleMania 10.
Teamwork right here between these two. Yeah, and that's going to be the factor I think Flying Brian and Dustin need to utilize. Look. Close.
Oh my god, I need that jacket. That kid had the coolest jacket I've ever seen. I would love that, please. We really fucked up as a country when we stopped wearing windbreakers all the time. We did, and then we agreed as a country to stop wearing them. That's when shit went downhill.
Caught him right in the breadbasket, then he got that bulldog on him. Makes the tag, Flying Brian, and boy, you can hear that one all the way across the arena.
You can.
Oh! Beautiful move by Flying Brian.
They are really not letting Mauler do anything.
Took his man back to the canvas.
Boy, you see this big Mauler.
All right, now he's in the ring.
He's
No, he's not. Trent Anderson's like, you suck too much to be in here.
Didn't have the tag.
Yes, Brian. Yes. Now, when someone wears a windbreaker like that these days, now they're involved in Eastern European organized crime. Like Fedor's guy, Vadim.
Missed with an elbow that time. And Flying Brian.
I gotta check to see if Lucha Libre USA would bing the copyright gods over on YouTube.
Too close for comfort. I'll tell you what, that'll keep you from sitting down for a week, brother.
Like, I don't even know who owns those tapes. I don't think MTV does.
There's a natural Dustin Rhodes with a good old-fashioned right hand.
Yeah, imagine like this crazy, like Abdul the Butcher monster, but he will listen to a referee. Oh, what's that, sir? I can't use a fork? Okay.
Up and over his man to leapfrog by the natural.
Ah! No! It wasn't quite a monkey flip. It was a monkey fall.
With that elbow right to the prefrontal lobe that drove the
Okay, yeah, we got the Mauler back out of there.
He closes in on the U.S.
Dustin's like, fuck this, Steve. Come back.
Tell Mauler, make a tag, make a tag. He's got Stunning Steve in there. Look at this.
Yeah, that's the problem, is copyright's a thing for Off the Grid, because it's on YouTube. These, it's like I can stream. If I was just doing Twitch, we could watch like the current slate of Oscar nominees Twitch is a lawless land.
Oh my! If I just
Put your seatbelt on.
But yeah, YouTube won't let me live stream like most things. That's why we watch Chicago Championship Wrestling on YouTube.
Yeah, they don't want me out
Yeah,
there.
you can't use that fork. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I'll put it back.
The natural right across the pectoralis majors, but not enough for a pinfall.
You're showing off, Gordon. We get it. You're sober.
Mauler trying to cut Dustin off in that corner.
Hell yeah, Low Dog. That's awesome.
Trading punches now. And now it is the Mauler with a snap.
God, I missed my era. I would have been good on Justin TV. Not a Hornets jacket. It's like every other neon color. Or are you talking about Low Dogs? I don't know what Low Dogs windbreaker is. Cincinnati Bengals. Hell yeah.
Rear chin lock now.
Who was the Mauler? He was a guy named Peter who worked in like Vancouver, Mexico. That's all. He was a guy named Peter. Yeah. Also, if you missed Chicago Championship Wrestling last night, we figured out the origins of CM Punk being a fan of Cult of Personality because that shit aired in his town when he was like an 11-year-old boy. It was a wrestling show, and they played a lot of that song. So we think he heard it on there, and it was like, this needs to be my song.
Steve Austin right here. Off the ropes, caught him in the base of the skull that time.
I love that the Mauler's not trying to stay in character between, like when he's in the corner. He's just like a dude leaning on the ropes like this, like he's on a smoke break. Like Abdullah would be like making crazy faces and like fucking biting shit. Yeah, shout out to my boy Kit. That's what I call wrestling. He posted a video a couple hours ago about Motor City Wrestling. Like in seconds, I'm in tears watching it. Like the first thing he shows is a dude accidentally breaking the ring with a baseball bat. Awesome. Go check out That's What I Call Wrestling. Kit Parsons, aka Magnum CK.
Yeah, well, that's vital. And again, the unpredictability of the Mauler here in terms of Stunning Steve and Dustin and Flying Brian is a factor. But one thing that is a common denominator of tag matches, and that is a lot
He's so tired, he's not even trying to do the gimmick. It's awesome. Refs is Wizards. Up in that prime sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
He got him with that DDT, but he's going to have to get over there.
The position of the Mauler, though, Gordy's right away.
And now the Mauler making it over, makes the tag with Stunning Steve Austin. It's Austin in the ring.
I'll tell you what, Dustin's got to really fire.
Oh, he's gonna fly. Oh, I love this bump. That was like Austin's signature cutoff bump for years, and it sucks that nobody's stolen. It's such a good cutoff bump. Austin is so fucking good. And then there's this guy who can't be bothered to move. I thought you did. I thought you subbed earlier.
Stunning Steve in some trouble here.
I thought maybe I was just mistaken. I forget things. Oh, the flying wedge. That's apparently a move.
Hail Colonel Parker, and now back after an Irish whip with and a beautifully
Good pin right here. Good go for it right here.
Beautifully executed power slam, but Stunning Steve was still able to break away from it. Look at the Mauler back and forth in the ring. Caught him with a
Mauler's like, I don't care.
Dustin's got a bit of a temper. What is Parker doing here? Look at this. Hey, Larry, what did Parker do here?
Oh shit, is the Mauler gonna get a win? Oh, he is so tired. I love it. Oh, he hit him with something. Oh, it's a shoe. Hit him with a boot. Gordon and oh man, the bad guys won. That stings.
This dog is yet to end this fight. This thing ain't over between Pillman and Austin.
We'll be back with some closing comments right after we take this brief timeout.
good. Venezuela beating USA in anything.
Try to get up, Homer.
I can't.
Too bad, man.
Why, you little crap.
Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery Butterfinger.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Hey there, Tubeheads, wake up! You know that
Hey, Endless Mike.
trick that Granny sent you? You know that'll get you your very own Nintendo Entertainment.
I think Mauler had one more match, and it was at that taping, and it was a 6-man tag with all of those guys, and then I think like Sting was in it too. I forget who the third heel was, but it was literally like, let's just keep adding good wrestlers to this match until eventually Mauler can get through it.
Too much TV already.
How many combinations?
Hey, Jesus, had a pedicure. I don't have any Red Tyler. I'm sorry.
Let's do this one bag at a time.
Well, there's Strawberry.
I think you need to find a WWF streamer if you need Red Tyler. He didn't have that many WCW matches.
Good. See, every Skittles combination
is a new taste with a new name.
Well, for example,
Maple sour apple cherry.
lemon Melberline. Lemon Melberline.
God, I don't think the world could have handled Mongolian Mauler and the Motor City Madman together.
Don't forget the wild Churberfruber.
I don't think we were ready for that.
Is it you?
I don't think we're ever going to be ready for that, quite frankly.
Does your person wear a hat? No.
You're history. But I'm still here.
Did you get to? Does your person have a beard? Uh-huh.
You're out of here.
Guess who always felt like a cop game to me?
Does your person wear glasses? Yes.
I'm gone. Me too.
Did you get to? Not you or you. You're Sam. You win. Let's play again. Did you get to?
Guess who? From Milton Bradley.
You know you can just fucking lie, right?
Taste the sound.
I always lied when I played that game.
Crunch. Lift your spirits. Get the crunch spirit. Over Nestle Crunch.
Yeah, if my sugar daddy comes through, I've got a couple things I want to buy. There's a dude about an hour away from me on Facebook Marketplace selling. He got a chair. He sat on the floor at a Nitro in Indianapolis, and he got one of like the complimentary chairs, and he's selling it on Facebook Marketplace for like $175. Nobody's bought it yet.
No fuss.
My sugar daddy comes through, I'm gonna get it.
Well, certainly some great matches.
Oh yeah, Mauler would have absolutely made World War III. He absolutely would have.
WCW Saturday night. What a night it's going to be as Tony Schiavone and Bobby the Brain Heenan bring us such action as Sting against Paul Orndorff.
That's pretty sick.
It will be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat against Paul Roma.
Yes, 7 fingers. That was probably good. I don't like that Ric Flair haircut. Don't
let's
like
talk
it.
about Sting and Orndorff for a second. Here's two guys want to get themselves back to the #1 contendership. Will do anything to get there. And Orndorff, his situation is hard to beat. Experience.
Love Dusty's overacting.
All right, Ric Flair responding.
Ric Flair, we're talking about Hogan. Like I told you last week, the man himself come out.
Oh, I guarantee you Saturday Night smoked this show. We don't watch the good stuff out there. We watch some good stuff.
But let me tell you something, Hogan. You know, I didn't teach Hogan everything.
We also watch Mongolian Mauler matches. So.
Say, Dream, when you gonna give us that $1 million smile? So tonight.
Hey, it's 1994. It took them 6 months to take a picture of somebody. Love that Dusty face.
See you next week. Be sure to join us tonight, 6:05 Eastern Time. WCW Saturday Night.
Tony, I can't. I have to go to bed.
Comments made by Hulk Hogan, only on TBS.
All right, that's it. We did it. We made it through once again. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me the last 2 hours, almost on the dot, for WCW Deep Cuts Live. It's been a blast. Had a lot of fun chopping it up. Again, I'm not streaming Sunday. It's the one Sunday a month I take off. Well, I mean, it technically took off a couple days ago, but I made it up to you Monday. I'll be back next Tuesday, 9 p.m. for WCW Deep Cuts Live. And like I always end these things with, God, the world sucks right now. And it has for a long time, but it really sucks now. And I've been going through it myself. But I think we can make it to next Tuesday. I think that's possible. I'm going to try to make it here. Just make it to next Tuesday. If you make it here, I appreciate it. If not, just wake up next Tuesday morning. That's all I'm asking. But again, I'll be here Tuesday at 9, like I always am, if you want to come over and play. So again, this is Tom. WCW Deep Cuts Live is the thing I do. It is 11:04 p.m. Eastern. I think you need to go to bed. Good night.